Hi friends, it's T-Man. I'm back with a new video, and in this reaction video, it's Thomas DeLauer. I'm gonna do a video on him. Yes, he's. I'm gonna do a reaction video to his video he made about Mark Walberg. Is he a phony? I don't know. Egg beaters. Let's see what he has to say. I'm not gonna watch the whole video. I'm just gonna start in the center part where he's talking about what he's eating.
To the workout, about 45 minutes after the workout this morning, I had 5 eggs. I had 2 hard-boiled eggs and 3 scrambled eggs.
Okay, this is what he's eating after his workout. Some scrambled eggs. Okay, so he fried it. He's not eating them raw, so he's destroying the water-soluble vitamins are being destroyed, and possibly the fat-soluble and everything else in there. There's very little nutrients left in there, so you're gonna have to eat 10 times more of the eggs because you've killed them. All right.
Pork chop with just a little bit of salt.
Okay, pork chop has to be well done, completely well done. So yeah, the nutrients in there are completely dead, and it's a carnivore animal, so it's putrid. It has viruses and bacteria, and it's got like parasites in him. That's why you have to overcook it. It's overly done. It has to be fully cooked, so it's not like beef. Beef does not have to be cooked. It could be eaten raw. It could be eaten anything. It could be eaten raw. And you could fry it for 1 second on each side just to kill any bacteria if that's what you're scared of, and you could still eat it raw. Okay, dude? And it will have its water soluble, fat soluble, and all its vitamins and minerals be intact, so you don't have to eat that much.
Pepper on it. I had
Why would you put pepper on it? Pepper's nasty, bro. It's it's toxic, extremely toxic. I like the smoked salmon. Is very good.
wild smoked salmon, some Greek yogurt, and
Don't like the Greek yogurt. It's man-made again. Here's some engineered fruits, I think. I don't know. It's a lot of weird stuff here.
berries. And then I had green juice with
Jesus, he ate some toxic kale juice. Oh man, more toxins. Okay.
moringa. That was at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, so 8 o'clock.
I mean, it wasn't that bad. I mean, it's a real slave diet. What he's eating is real slave food. Me, I eat the food of the kings. I eat very, very rare, if not raw beef, very raw beef and raw eggs. And I don't eat that much eggs anymore. I eat more beef than eggs because you're not really supposed to eat that many eggs, I found out. Eggs aren't that great, actually, believe it or not. And they're putrid. These chickens, what they're eating and it's being passed on in their eggs is garbage. They're garbage eggs, and they're coming into your market. And then they're gonna try to market other eggs are better for you. This that. Yeah, I wouldn't say that some chickens out there when their eggs used to be, the yolk used to be red. Maybe, but no, I don't want to eat so many eggs. Are not the greatest. They're not that great. They're okay, but they're not that great. Beef is the best. Let me see. Lamb is pretty good too. Really like lamb. Is expensive, but lamb is great. And seafood is amazing. All kinds of seafood, bro, is amazing. High in collagen, omega-3s, and a bunch of other stuff. It's amazing for you. Fatty acids, it's amazing for you, man. Seafood is amazing. All right.
After his workout, 5.
So all the food that he's eating and the way he's preparing it, he's killing it, and it's real slave food, a lot of slave food.
eggs, pork chop, some salmon, some Greek yogurt, some berries.
Look, I'm not an actor. I'm not making billions of dollars, and I eat way better than him. I can eat 6 pounds of steak, man. I'm eating steak, shrimps, salmon. I'm eating, I don't know, lobster. Yeah, I'm eating lobster too. I'm eating crab. I'm eating a whole bunch of stuff, bro. Scallops, you name it. Lots of shellfish, man. Clams, oysters, mussels, you name it, bro. I'm just eating it all, man. The best stuff. I think the best thing that he had there was the smoked salmon. I eat a lot of smoked salmon. It's expensive, but I eat it. I don't care.
And a green juice. Holy cow. All right. Maybe he watched my video on the having a lot of protein post-workout. There was
Yeah, you got to have a lot of protein post-workout, but he had some animal protein there, but it's dead. He overcooked it. It's dead. It's killed.
relatively newer evidence. Again, I think this was December 2023.
Why do you think Walberg looks so deteriorated at his age? He's not that old yet. We're almost like the same age or something. He looks so deteriorated because he eats a slave diet, and he's a lifting slave. He's aging himself lifting. Lifting doesn't make you young. It ages you.
Demonstrated that you could have up to like 100 grams of protein.
Look at Thomas DeLauer's face. He's aging. Thomas DeLauer, how old is he? 38? Can you imagine him at 48 and then 58? If he's already looking this old now, can you imagine him in 20 more years when he reaches my age? Wow, he's just going to look destroyed.
Protein in one sitting, and it's just going to digest slowly over time, but you could have.
Will it digest slowly over time? That's the whole point, to make yourself anabolic. You want to be in a positive nitrogen balance, so you're anabolic, so you're repairing and growing. That's the whole point.
A lot of protein in one sitting. Now,
you need a lot of protein in one seating because you destroyed your body. You need it to repair, and you need it to remodel, and a bunch of other stuff, dude. Yeah, you need that. Without it, if you're not a positive nitrogen balance, you're not anabolic, you're not repairing, and you're not growing. You're not growing.
I don't think he was doing that, because that would imply that you're probably not eating for a while after that. He goes from 8 a.m. and then again, we're going to find out in a minute, he eats again at like 11 a.m.
Okay, I don't know. Why is he doing that? Does he have a reason why he's doing it? I have a reason for everything that I do. I know exactly what I'm going to get, and I know exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing. Do you know what you're doing?
I have no reason to critique his post-workout meal. I think that's perfect. The berries are exactly what I would have chosen. As a matter of
Why would you choose those berries? Why, Thomas? Because you like the toxicity and sugar in it and the fiber which you can't digest? Okay.
fact, newer evidence now, I think just in the last couple of months here in 2024, suggests that carbohydrates post,
Carbohydrates convert to sugar in your body. They spike insulin, and then they make you fat, and they cause metabolic disturbances in human bodies. They cause metabolic disturbances in human robotic carbon bodies. Yeah, that's what they do.
they don't really matter.
They're drugs. They're drugs. They make you crazy. That's why everybody out there is behaving the way they do. They're nuts. And they work like they're crazy. They go to work because they're chasing, because they're on drugs, and it causes them to work like mad in their jobs, chasing money and a bunch of weird shit, dude.
Matter that much, so you don't need to have the carbohydrates. All that really matter.
No, why do you need them? You don't need them. Exactly what, like he said. You don't need any carbohydrates. You don't need anything. You need your natural diet. It's like this out there in nature, it's herbivore or carnivore. We are carnivores. We eat meat.
Is that you're getting enough, if you're having carbohydrates throughout the course of the day, or really throughout the course of the week. So the timing.
Why doesn't he just say what they're really called? Drugs. It's like when people say, they go, hey man, I'm fasting. Why don't you just say what you really are doing? I'm starving myself. I'm starvation diet. I'm starving myself. Just say the truth. Just say the truth. Drugs. I'm eating drugs, okay? I'm eating drugs called carbohydrates. That's what you are. You're on drugs. And a lot of these carbs, they even put drugs in them. They even put drugs in your food. More drugs. You just don't have no clue, bro.
Pre-post doesn't really matter. And what's interesting is he trains fasted. Like, he doesn't mention it, but
So he trains he trains starved. How stupid do you have to be? Let me train while I'm starved so I can break down more proteins and see how fast I can age myself by breaking down and deteriorating my body being starved in a gym. Duh. Let me see if I go to the factory and I lift boxes all day, let me go there starved so I can deteriorate and age myself faster so I can end up on compensation because I'm deteriorated. I can no longer work anymore.
he hasn't had any fuel coming in. He's trained with espresso and with water and zinc at that point in time.
He trained with espresso, water, and zinc with these toxic things. Christ.
So he's really training in a fasted state. So I would encourage Mark.
He's really training in a starvation state. Yes. Okay. Why would you do that?
At this point, maybe just don't even bother with the branched chain amino.
This is the opposite of what you're trying to achieve. The whole point of going to the gym is, well, most people will tell you protein synthesis, right? Well, if you're going to do that, if that's your goal, protein synthesis, right? Okay, so you're going there to lift. Well, then you know that your body's breaking down. So you want to prevent part of the breakdown, and yes, there's a window for opening, and then you want to gobble down a lot of protein, which is high in nutrients, which is meat, and so that you can restore your body, you can be positive nitrogen balance, and you can make a better version of yourself. But if you go there deteriorated, starving, and you deteriorate yourself, that's just insane, bro. That's just ridiculous. And then you go eat a bunch of slave diet, a toxic slave diet. Yes, okay.
acids at all, keep it totally fasted, because the leucine would technically break a fast. So why don't you just go all the way and just be totally fasted at that point? Okay, let's see what he eats at 11.
Yeah, just go totally starved completely. Why not? Why not? Yes.
Yeah, at 11 o'clock, I had chicken breast, chicken thigh, sweet potato, broccoli, a bowl of fruit, blueberry.
Oh my God, all these toxic carbohydrate plant foods, bro. Get it? It's all garbage.
Blackberry, raspberry, strawberry, and then I had a...
Come on, man. He's an actor. He has access to information, people. They can tell him, does this slave not know what to eat? Does he not know what to eat already by now? He's already at that age. You should have investigated a long time ago. You should have even tried these things. They make you sick, bro. This is hilarious, man. He can afford to eat real food, but he wants to eat slave food. Give me a break.
Handful of pistachios and
Okay, pistachios don't build muscles. Those fruits don't build muscles. Those vegetables don't build muscles. None of them do. If anything, they inhibit the building of muscles. They inhibit their anti-nutrient and their sugar and their water and their cellulose, and they clog your stomach and they prevent the absorption of nutrients. That's why he's deteriorating and aging faster than he's aging fast. He's deteriorating faster than he's aging.
a handful of almonds.
Okay, kind of sounds like he just wants to get out of there. Like, he's like, okay, I had this. Like, can I go home now? It's like a really short video.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to eat that slave food, bro. Get it? He, in the back of his mind, he probably knows, yeah, I don't really eat that crap. He really wants to eat a steak, to tell you the truth. He's just on the wrong path.
Anyway, it's like they brought him into the studio. He's like, I really don't want to talk about my diet. I just want to get the hell out of here. Anyway, point is, that's a lot, right? So we had chicken breast, chicken thighs.
Okay, chicken is like the cheapest food. Can he not afford steak? He makes millions of dollars, bro. Get it? And he eats like a pauper. What is this? This is ridiculous. How could you be so rich and not eat like the best food? Because he's not an elite. He's a slave. He was brought up as a slave, so he's gonna eat shitty chicken, which is a carnivore, garbage meat filled with like parasites, and it's filled with everything, man. It's filled with all the shitty stuff in there, bacteria, viruses. Then he's got sulforaphane, this stupid broccoli. It's ridiculous shit. It's full of toxins. These are full of toxins. The strawberry and the blueberries, people have so many bad reactions to them. And then he has got a complex carb here. It's a sweet potato. Now, complex carbs. Am I against complex carbs? Roots. Here's the thing. People will tell you there's a difference between vegetables and fruits and roots. That you have roots, then you have vegetables, and you have fruits. Well, what are roots usually? Well, they're starchy. They're starchy things. They grow as roots under the ground. They're starchy. So I don't know. I can't tell you. So people will tell you in science world, roots, you can eat these roots. Well, yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe yes. Not that I haven't eaten potatoes in the past or something. I don't like sweet potatoes. It's not like I've never eaten a potato. I've eaten potatoes. Okay, they're a root. But I don't recommend them after a certain age. You should be eating your natural diet. Stop doing that after a certain age.
Sweet potatoes, berries, broccoli. Okay, that's all at 11 a.m. after having all this other food just prior. So he's eating
Yeah, he ate a lot of garbage food. Anti-nutrients, and then the chicken's overly cooked. It's dead.
a lot. I would probably
He ate a lot of nothing is what he ate.
critique that he could probably get by with a little less food at that point, but I don't know what his
Why do you have to get by with less food? Listen to ThomasDeLauer. He could probably get by with less food, but he didn't eat any food, get it? The only food he ate there was the chicken, and the chicken was dead already. He overcooked it, okay? He killed it. So he hasn't even really eaten any food, and you're trying to tell him he can get away with eating less food? What are you talking about?
training demand is like. Okay, I mean, the filming schedule's probably insane. When he was training for Arthur the King and stuff, I know it was a lot of stuff. So maybe he's just got a lot going on and he's fluxing at a different capacity. But that seems like just a lot of food and a lot of variety of food that maybe doesn't need to be there in the way of like mixing up.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be there, and it's not food. Meat is food. That's not food. Okay? That's not food.
The meat so much. Maybe it's overkill. Maybe he just likes to eat the meat. It's all good. The only other critique that I would have.
You need to eat meat. That's your diet. What are you talking about? These things are nasty. These pistachios. Oh my God.
Here, and it's so nuanced and negligible. It's not that important. Is pistachios and almonds. Maybe try getting something like some macadamia nuts in there, so you're getting a little bit more.
Yeah, that's my ambition. I want to eat seeds that you're supposed to plant in the ground and put them up, and they're filled with arsenic and shit. So when you bite on them, they just fucking destroy your brain cells.
in the way of like the monounsaturated fats. Because when I look at his diet, I'm like, okay, I'm not seeing avocado, I'm not seeing olive oil, I'm seeing a lot of
And what do you need that? Why do you need those fake foods for, Demur? Why?
polyunsaturated fats, I'm seeing a lot of protein. Maybe we can mix it up,
The question is this: do you need to eat those things? No. So what are you talking
add
about?
some olive oil, add some like macadamia nuts.
Well, why do you need to add macadamia nuts? Why do you need to eat olive oil? Why do you need to add them? If you don't have any symptoms and you're not dying or anything, eating your natural diet, your natural, man, eating your carnivore, your food, meat, eating meat, which is you as a carnivore eating meat, then why do you need to? If you get everything out of meat, why do you need to eat those things, Thomas? Why? Why? For what purpose? I know. So you can fill somebody's coffers with your money. Is that it? So they can steal my money? Yeah, they want to steal my slave money. Okay, yeah, I gotta go give it to them so they can market and sell these things because they have no job, they have nothing better to do. So I should buy it and then destroy my health on top of it. So now I paid them to destroy my health eating these crappy fake foods. Oh, great, okay.
Just to get a different fat profile in there. But then again, this is like a snapshot of one day.
2 o'clock, I had salmon sashimi, crab salad with
Okay, the sashimi, it's good, yes. These crabs are fake, you know that. These crab stuff is fake. He bought it in a package. It's not from real crab, okay.
a little cucumber
It's
and
got coloring. The salad is really crappy, anti-nutrients, filled with crap. It's garbage. The pickles are garbage. He's gonna eat the seeds. They're nasty.
a couple pieces of chicken breast.
All right.
And again, he's eating chicken breasts. He's gonna eat shitty chicken, garbage animal.
A couple pieces of chicken breast, some sashimi, a crab salad, some cucumber. Dang, I wish I could afford all that. That's awesome. But
What? You wish you could afford that slave diet? Man, I eat better than him. I eat fucking steaks, bro. I eat shrimp, steak, and a bunch of seafood. I don't eat salad, pickles, and all that crap, whatever else he had there. The fish wasn't that bad. The crab was fake. And the chicken's garbage. So what do you mean, can you afford to eat that? The crab was fake. The salad is garbage. You could buy it. It costs like not even $1 for a head. And you can't afford to eat that. And the chicken, which is like 99 cents a pound where I live. You know that? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. In some places, you can get it for 65 cents a pound. Chicken's garbage, bro. So he says, I wish I could afford to eat all that. Yeah, okay.
anyway, the point is, that's a lot of really good variety. And you know what's
That's a lot of good fake food, garbage food. Look at this garbage food. Bread, pasta, slave food over here. Corn, potatoes, bananas, some fucking, dried up shit there with some honey, and some pretzels and other garbage there, and a bunch of seeds and stuff. What, is this pure, this is like pure fake food, is not human food. Where's the meat, bro? Where's our
interesting that I'm
food?
seeing here is that it's very, very low carb. Like he's very high protein, very
Was he low carb? No, there's carbs in those things, the vegetables and stuff. But I'd say low carb. Yeah, it's very toxic and anti-nutrient. Yeah, okay.
low carb. I don't know the quantities of like the sweet potatoes and the berries that he's consuming, but so far, the way he's mentioned it, I'm gonna guess that he's probably still at this point under like 60 grams of carbs. And it's 2 p.m. He trained fasted, he worked out, he's had a fair bit. So as a ratio, percentage.
Okay, I might eat a tiny bit of like some clementines or something like that with my meat. I put some stuff there, but overall, my what I'm eating is like 99% protein. I'm not eating any carbs. So what are you talking about, Thomas?
Of his overall calories, the carbs seem very, very low. If I had to make any critique,
I would say I'm eating a somewhat high-fat protein diet, yeah, because the fat on the meat, I'm eating it all.
I would probably consolidate the 11 a.m. meal and the 2 p.m. meal to just maybe at like 1 p.m. Go a little longer between breakfast at 8 a.m. and go all the way to like 1 p.m. and consolidate, have a slightly bigger lunch. And I don't know if it's that
Did you see that chicken? More slave food, man. This is funny.
important to like have all these different protein varieties. But either way, let's keep seeing. What does he have for dinner?
Tonight I'll have a nice steak, some sea bass or halibut, and something and a vegetable.
Sea bass, halibut, and some vegetable. Yeah, okay. I eat marlin when I lived in Mexico. I ate a lot of marlin, snapper, really expensive fish, and oysters, and a bunch of good stuff, yeah.
Just try to eat as clean as possible.
I mean, again, where
They have these seafood houses in Mexico. They call them mariscos. I used to go to a lot of mariscos. I would just eat a lot of seafood there.
the carbs. The guy is relatively low carb for an active dude. So now he's talking.
Okay, he eats somewhat low carbs, but he's still eating carbs though, Thomas. He still eats carbs. He's eating carbs. They spike your insulin, the ones that he's eating.
He may have steak, he may have some halibut, some kind of seafood, and a vegetable. I mean, I don't know, again, the quantity. Food and a vegetable. I mean, I don't know, again, the quantities, but I'm going to guess this guy is upwards of 200, 250 grams of protein with what he's saying. And it sounds like he's just trying to get all...
I don't know, man. Who knows?
Varieties of proteins in.
I'm putting as much emphasis now on rest and recovery as I am like time under 10.
Rest and recovery? What about growing? What about repairing and growing? See, I don't rest and recover. I repair and I grow. That's why I'm in a positive nitrogen balance. That's why I eat a very natural diet called my diet. It's called carnivore. I'm a carnivore, so I eat meat. I eat a lot of meat, and that's what helps me repair my body, you understand me, and grow. It's called positive nitrogen balance.
And intensive training. I learned the hard way. I was training 7 days a week.
It has nothing to do with I'm going to eat berries, I'm going to eat yogurt and all that. What I'm trying to do is reach a positive nitrogen balance. That should be your job as a person. If you're in a gym or lifting or a sports person, your job is to be in a positive nitrogen balance so that you're anabolic, so that you can repair and grow your body. Do you understand me? It isn't, I'm going to eat yogurt and berries and a whole bunch of weird shit. And you're going to have a negative nitrogen balance. That's the opposite of what you're trying to accomplish.
Eat 2 times a day and eating 8 meals a day.
That's why he's losing. You don't have to eat 8 meals a day, dude.
Yeah, I couldn't digest the protein I was eating. I was doing it all wrong. Then I started fat.
Yeah, you couldn't digest the protein because you're eating a slave diet mixed with the protein. Your body, your gut is destroyed eating that slave diet. It takes a year for it to go back to normal. So the hydrochloric acid can dissolve the protein, and the rest gets absorbed into your muscles and your body really quickly, actually. You'll notice the first week when you start eating a lot of meat, your natural diet, the first week, you don't see too much results the first, but then you get into the second week, you see something, and as you're moving into the third week, bam, you feel pumped, you feel just big and strong. You just feel big and strong already.
Fasting, and it was like, well, I don't
And then it keeps increasing and increasing after that.
have to do cardio twice a day.
Okay, that's what's interesting. So he started fasting. Now I know he's been a big intermittent faster.
Yeah, when you starve yourself and then you do eat, those foods, those carbs and everything, they're drawn into the muscle like a bitch, bro. They're drawn in there like crazy. It's a drug. Your body is going to absorb it really, really, really fast, and you're going to get these carbohydrate muscles called sarcoplasmic muscles.
But I find it interesting that he mentions now I don't have to do cardio twice a day. He found that, hey, he could go periods of time. But what I like about what he says, now whether you stand like with fasting or without, he was like, I was eating 8 meals a day.
Again, with starvation or not. No, we don't like starvation, Demur.
I could feel run down. I mean, he's still eating like 4 or 5 meals a day. He could probably consolidate that even more, because I would argue that
4 or 5 meals a day. Why do you need to do that?
fractal eating, as Mark Sisson put it, is more optimal than just like a structured fasting.
Why do you need to eat 4 or 5 meals a day? What is the purpose behind it? He never tells you anything. He just says these things and doesn't explain why.
It's like, just don't worry about the times that you eat. Go adequate lengths of time between meals.
Why? It is important. The times when you eat are important, especially if you're a person working out. That timing is very important. What are you talking about?
Because the fat loss happens in between the meals, if you ask me.
What fat loss? If you're not eating carbs, there isn't any fat to lose. If you're not eating a slave diet, there isn't any fat to lose. You're putting on fat because you're eating a slave diet. Meat doesn't make you fat. Your natural diet, as a carnivore, eating meat, doesn't make you fat. So what are you talking about?
So he talks about this. I love that he's implemented fasting as a way to sort of liberate himself from having to.
If he has any fat on his body, it's because it was created eating the slave diet that he's eating, his slave diet.
Eat so much. That's pretty awesome.
If I'm fasting or I'm
It's his slave food that he's eating is causing that.
just eating the right amount of protein and eating at the right times, everything for me was so extreme.
Yeah. See, the thing with him is he does a lot of aerobic exercises. I don't understand. He's eating and he's trying to burn body fat. He's trying to get his body to burn the fat as energy. So he goes to the gym for like aerobic shit, cardio aerobic stuff.
Now, like I said, I finally figured it out at 50-something years old.
Okay, then in a little bit he talks about cheat meals, and I just appreciate what he has to say here.
As long as I do the cheat meal right this time, because what I'm thinking about is like, okay, I gotta have either some tequila, and I'll have chocolate, and I'll have some other dessert, and, 5 different kinds of pasta after not having anything and eating.
Oh my God, it's all slave food, pasta, chocolate, bunch of weird stuff, man. This makes absolutely none of that stuff builds your body. It makes you fat. That food makes you fat. It's redundant. I understand now. So he does all this aerobic work because he wants to eat drugs. He wants to eat drugs all day, which making him fat. And so he has to go and do aerobic work to burn it off constantly. Wow, this is just redundant failure.
Clean, and then I wonder why I don't feel good the next day.
That is
Yeah, didn't he clean? Why do I feel bad the next day? Because you're eating a fake diet, bro.
what I appreciate about what he says. Because he's eating clean, he recognizes when he eats stuff and doesn't feel good.
No, he's not eating clean. His diet wasn't clean. He just ate less of something and he ate a bit more. He ate some meat. He's not eating clean.
Now, I'm not going to waste your time with any more of what Mark Wahlberg is saying. You can
Pork and chicken is garbage meat.
check out his video and all that stuff. It's all over YouTube, so you can find it. What I find the most interesting here is that he prioritizes protein. He trains in a fat.
Yeah. I'm going to explain to you guys. You are what you eat. When you eat your natural diet, beef, you are what you eat. But if you eat pork and chicken and all that weird food, carbs, and everything else that he ate there, slave diet, you are what you eat, bro.
State. He prioritizes having lengths of time between meals. His supplement regime is relatively minimal. He focuses on rest and recovery and lets the diet do the work. So he's allowing himself to not.
He allows the diet to do all the work. Well, yeah, your food does do a lot of the work for you, but he's eating the wrong food. It's doing the wrong work.
Bang himself up and destroy himself. So I think the things that he's doing work really, really well. And I gave my little bits of critique.
Yeah.
There.
It worked well for the dog too when he started chasing his tail, and he kept chasing his tail in circles, like this guy, fucking Mark Wahlberg.
Only things that I would really tweak here are maybe add some more in the way of the monounsaturated fats. It looks like he's getting adequate omega-3s in because he eats a fair bit of fish, so that's not an
He does. Is it getting absorbed though? Is it getting absorbed? See what I mean?
issue. And the guy's 52 years old and looks great. So whatever he's doing is.
Wow, he's 52. That's it? Okay. Wait till he gets to 57.
Working for him. And I think that with just a little bit of tweaking here and there, he can probably keep doing this for a long period of time. If you like these styles of videos, let me know. It's the first one I've ever done in this fashion, but I think that it allows me to almost put a coaching context on my videos that can really help people a lot. So go ahead and comment down below and let me.
Yeah, sure. Okay. What's this video? Eating 100 grams protein in one seating has longevity benefits. Oh, it does have longevity benefits. I think I saw that video. I'm not sure. I have to go back and look at it again. I don't know. But it does. But look at the protein weird stuff he has there. That's not the stuff, man. That's longevity. Anyways, tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Slave diet, bro. I told you. All these people, these influencers, him, everybody, they have it all wrong. It's all the opposite. And it's just hurting people in the end. You are what you eat, man. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, friends.